can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you check my stream to see that the music is like the right volume? Well, like when you get around to it, obviously you have more
Yeah.
important things.
Feels a little loud. There's one caveat. I implemented the workaround.
Yeah.
And someone didn't get the memo that they have to be on a team. Something strange might happen, but I'm kind of saying, F it. Let's roll with it. See what happens.
All right. So if I refresh, is it gonna start or what am I doing?
Wait.
Holy.
Are you seeing something on the screen?
I see like
Okay.
the rounds and the matchups, yeah.
Okay. We should see people joining. Uh-oh. I got this pop-up twice. It's already a bad sign. I'm getting it like multiple times for some reason.
Login issues edition.
You keep getting a pop-up every time, like...
I haven't
telling
gotten
you
a
to
pop-up
join.
the whole time I've been on the site.
Oh. What the... Makes me even more nervous.
All right, so the timer has started. Okay, I will spectate this first game. And here we go. I'm watching Chicago versus LA in the first game. LA in the pink and Chicago in the blue. Mike Hood and Steady Indigo score for their respective teams. Chicago up by 1 stroke. Here we go, question 2. Oh, too many people right on top of that one. We can keep an eye on the other game between Washington and New York and check in as necessary. Although this one is tied up at the moment, so...
Seeing a couple bugs. FCVH doesn't have a jersey on, but it looks like he's on Chicago, as well as TSTST.
All right, FCVH gets ahead of... Or no, okay, so no, Clear of Tall and Hot Pie tied on that one with -9 each. Oh, wait, FCVH not having a jersey means I don't think he contributed his score, because he had -10.
Shoot, okay.
Yeah. All right, it looks like Indigo is having the biggest game so far. It's gotten in a bunch of times. Chicago up by 1. All right, we're looking for a screenwriter. Wow, did Indigo like... Did he like review all the news in the last week before the game began or something? He is just on top of this one. Oh, no one is coming in for Chicago on that one. That's gonna hurt. That opens up a 11-point lead for LA. You can check in on the other game while that happens. Oh, look at that. You can just click in. You don't have to go out and back in. What a quality of life improvement. Oh, both Reverse Engineer and Ethan knew that Bella Fleck played the banjo, so they got in nice and early there, and good, that's good. In this game, Washington is beating New York by 5. Ooh, Rear coming in for New York on that one. 2 points ahead of Reverse Engineer, so pulling New York to within 3 now with that 2-point swing. Ooh, Wolfram and Dan Feitel tying at -12 for that one. Oh, the other... Okay, let's check in on the other game really quickly as well. Due to some heroics by Chicago, they're now within 4. All right, B-Thanks was able to get in 1 stroke ahead of Hot Pie. So LA pulls a 5-point lead going into the last question. Politics and civics. And there it is. Chicago made up 1 point, but ultimately drops by 4. So strong performance by LA. Very good job. Good. Great game by LA to start this off. And in the other game, I saw Washington win by over 10 strokes. So let's look at the scorecard really quickly. Again, Indigo made a killing in the beginning, best balling on 5 out of the first 6. And then over in for Chicago, we have Mike Hood and FCVH with 3 each. Although I think maybe FCVH's score wasn't might not have been counting for Chicago. So we'll check into that. Next game starts in 1 minute. Let's check the we'll check the chat to see if anyone has noticed anything. All right, next game starting in 5 seconds. We've got Chicago versus New York and Washington versus LA. The second game of which features the 2 winning teams from the first game. So maybe we can start there. And here we go. Oops, let's fix that really quickly. I saw someone got numbers game really quickly, so. Oh, Sweet Pea making a killing on that one, putting Washington into a 10-point lead early on. So steady indigo and Sweet Pea tie with -13 on this one. Sweet Pea off to a fiery start. All right, we're looking for a 1972 movie starring Robert Redford, and Dan Feitel is the first to get in. A little bit tough, a little bit of a tough one, a lot of letters needed. Let's check in on the score of our other game. New York is beating Chicago by 6 strokes. We can check into that game in a little bit. Steady Indigo gaining 1 point of ground against Dan Feitel in Washington on that one. Now a 12-point lead. Moving on to business, we're talking about a brand of cookies. Looks like no one has snapped onto the theme immediately just yet, because had they been able to, this one might have come a little bit faster. But FCVH grabs that one for LA to pull the lead a little bit, and it looks like now that the scoring is working because FCVH is contributing to LA, so that's good. All right, we're looking for the album. Steady Indigo with a big 6-point swing, 6-point advantage play on Exodus by Bob Marley. And with that, it's just a 4-point lead for Washington. This will probably be a letters play. people will probably have to work with the letters on this one. See if anyone gets it. All right. Bit of a struggle, as to be expected. Moving on to 3 questions left. Looking at classical music now. Oh, Mild Maroon coming in huge with that one. That might close the door on LA's hopes. Looking for Joshua Bell on that one. 2 left, 13-point lead. Let's check in with the other game. It's closer. It's a 7-point game. And they just finished the Joshua Bell question as well. Looking at question 9 here, physicist and scientific instrument maker. All right. Ooh, P. Mao. Oh, but Wolfram right behind him. So with that, it's a 6-point lead for New York.
Oh, look at that. Look who's in the spectator list.
Yeah, I noticed. Exactly. All right, and then there it is. They both knew the theme was coming, and P. Mao and Rear were able to bring it home. Wow, it's interesting. Like, had only one out of each team got the theme right away. So had one of them been unable to get it, that might have been the closing point right there. All right. Very good first 2 games. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
All right, and we're back. 20 seconds to go before the next game. So far, Washington is the big winner tonight, 2-0 so far. And we're about to start the 3rd game in just a few seconds. Washington 2-0 despite only having 5 players. That is very impressive. So let's see how they let's watch their game to start. Ooh, tis right off the bat. Big play. And Chicago is slow to react, but there it is. P. Mao bringing it up. Moving on to politics and civics. Everyone coming in at roughly the same time for that one. All right, we're looking for a city in the Pacific Northwest. Could and Rowan, who has just entered for Chicago at a much needed time, take 1 point back from the edge versus Washington in that one. I think a lot of our players have caught on to the wordplay angle of this one, so we'll see how many players can start taking advantage of that. Okay, so the Frank Sinatra the Frank Sinatra clue is a big help on that one. And Dan Feitel and Ethan are able to capitalize on that and bring the lead back up over for Washington. Ooh, big play from PMAT and Dan Feitel. No damage there. Let's check in with the other game. It is a 3-point game between New York and LA. And Rear, just a gigantic play for New York, -16. And Santar bringing in the save for LA on that one. So good job by him. Moving on to video games. Oh, what's this? Like, a completely unexpected play from... Wow, that's huge. And with that, New York is back there. It's back up. All right, what are we looking for here? Okay, New York coming in, Rear over Beat Thanks on that one. Rear right behind Steady Indigo on that one. That could have been a chance to come back for LA. All right, we're going. Oh, the last game is really. I should move over to the other game. It's even closer. All right, a 3-point lead here. Oh no, I just caught the last bit of that one. So we can still see the game 10, question 10 for the New York versus LA game. All right, New York coming back strong with the 13-point win in this one. Take a look at the score sheet. We have Santar with 3, very good performance by him. Indigo with 3, Joe with 4. Moving on to New York, we see that Rear was gigantic in this one with 5 best balls, including some monster APS plays. A few players got 1 in their areas of specialty.
FYI, no long break today because...
Oh, because we already started late, yeah.
The late start, and yeah.
So Washington 3-0 tonight. New York, after a slow start, is 2-1. They've bounced back to their only loss against Washington right off the bat. Chicago bringing up the rear at 0-3, but they'll have a chance now to stifle that with the return of Rowan at a much needed time. And here we go. Let's start with Chicago versus LA. Starting off with video games. All right. Non-playable in Elder Scrolls 3 and playable in Elder Scrolls 4. A lot of players negging big on this one. Hot Pie bringing it in with a -5. LA really struggled with that one, so right off the bat, a 5-point advantage play by Chicago, courtesy of Hot Pie. Very nice. And Abe Froman and Rowan tie at -8 for this question about Benson. No damage there. Rowan again with the -7, 2-point advantage play. Very good job. Bank of Ceylon is the big clue there. Patrick Nolan and Mike Cood at -8 will bring a 2-point advantage play over LA, cleared of tall. Chicago with a reasonable lead of 9 points. In the other match, we see Washington leading New York by 13, so keep an eye on this one for now. Oh, I think P-Mal might have figured out the theme because he absolutely sniped that one. The year is, oh, for someone like Rowan, the year is huge, is a huge clue there. Yep. Moving on to math. Alright, I think a few of the players have figured out, yep, what the theme is, so they're just trying to find a pattern that fits that mold. Rowan with a commanding lead despite that absolute snipe by P-Mal, on an individual basis, I mean. Of course, they're both on Chicago. Okay, so B Thanks was able to take advantage of Capital on working with the theme on this one. Two questions left. looking for a public housing project in the Upper East Side. Co-founder of the NAACP. Homes, yes, but what is it? Homes, towers, there it is. And yep, P-Mao knew it immediately. Ah, see, this is interesting. No one from LA was able to get this right away. So had there been a big play on that one, that might have swung things. So excellent job by P-Mao. Take a look at the scorecard. Rowan got 5, so they'll win the 5 for Fighting award for that one. Meanwhile, for LA, Abe Froman with 4. Trying to see if I can look at the score sheets from some of these games after the fact, but not able to so far. That's all right.
Yeah, I forgot to put that back in. Lots of things to fix from tonight.
Oh, Andrew is joining Washington?
Heyo, welcome back, Andrew.
Joining Washington. That's some serious Durant to Golden State energy right there. All right, and here we go. Let's take a look at Chicago versus New York to start. And right off the bat, Wolfram Fladel, big time with the Asana on -11. So good for him. That brings the advantage play for New York to 3 strokes. We'll definitely check in with the other game on this one, just to see the return of Andrew and how that makes the already strong team even more dominant. All right, what do the Gracies practice? That is, so in Chicago with the Jiu-Jitsu, -7 advantage play over New York. That's huge. Oh, rear surprisingly bringing up the rear in this one. All right, so we're talking about angular degrees, of course. Don't know if anyone has noticed the pattern in the wordplay so far, but we'll see if anyone takes advantage of that. Meanwhile, in the other game, Washington up by 5 over LA, so we'll check in with that in a second. All right, does anyone know what Zulu soldiers were called? Wolfram Fladel gets into it. 2-point advantage over over Chicago, so Chicago's lead is down to 3. Alright, first clue here probably won't help that much. But again, who has caught on to the wordplay theme so far? Alright, we're looking for an ape, and there it is, Wolfram with bonobos. I really want to switch over to the other game, but this one is so tight. All right, we'll watch the other game for a little bit, and then we'll come right back. Oh, the other game is super tight too. Okay. 1-point game. Oh, despite the introduction of Andrew, the Washington only up by 1, so we'll see what LA can pull out here. Oh, Joe with the aardvark, 3-point advantage play, and just like that, LA is up by 2. What a surprising turn of events. Let's see if they can pull this out. We're looking at food and drink now, 1,000 variations. Oh, Washington, who was Sweet Pea, Dan Feitel also coming in with Washington. 5-point advantage play over LA. That's now Washington is back up by 3. Has anyone picked up on the theme so far? Or the word, no, I shouldn't say theme, but rather the wordplay variation. After Q8, I'll just yell it out because at this point. Oh, I think FCVH might have because he just immediately went for it. That's huge. Wait, did FCVH not contribute his score to LA on that one? I don't know, it might be bugging out again.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But he definitely picked up on it. So in case anyone else hasn't seen it, it's they only use one of the same vowel multiple times. Ooh, no one knows Swahili for this is famous in the Star Trek context. This is, of course... Oh, I need to refresh. So, let's do this so we don't make a mistake again. We'll go into pub really quickly and we'll try to catch the end of this. 4-point game, LA... Oh, and there it is. But I think FCVH scores are not scoring for LA. They should have won that game with his Pippin snipe. So in the other game, New York pulls it out ahead of Chicago. We'll be right back after another quick message from our sponsors.
Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Gotta pay the bills. Almost moved away from our sponsor's commercial there. All right. Well, a quick recap of our scores. Washington it says they're 5-0, but I think due to the glitch, they really should be 4-1, and LA should be 2-3. All right, last game of the night. We'll start with the top game, and here we go. Washington in a little bit quicker on that one. Start with 3-point advantage over Chicago. PHQ in for Chicago quickly on that one. So 1 point swing back. Now Chicago down by 2. All right, name a art museum in Baltimore, period. Let's see who can do that. Rowan gets it in with the Wheel of Fortune. 2-point advantage, and just like that, we're tied back up. Oh, everyone thought it was John Deere. No, John Deere is actually the entrepreneur of John Deere. Benjamin Holt is the entrepreneur of Caterpillar. So no damage there. Minus 17s across the board. In the other match, LA is beating New York by 12. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Ooh, Dan Fattel right all over that one. But Rowan not that far behind. Only takes 2 points of damage. Curious if anyone has picked up on the theme so far. We've had Chancellor, Cooper, a few different answers in there, so we'll see if anyone has picked up on that. Oh, Sweet Pea. But Tis Tis not that far behind, so only 1 point pull for Washington there. This might be a bit of a tough one. Oh, P-Mao, right all over that one. 2 point advantage over Red Wizard Ethan and Washington on that one. So just like that, Washington only up by 1. So we're just going to stick with this game, folks. Looks like LA is going to run away with their match against New York on that one. Oh, Q Knight and Blazing Banaka tying at -7 there, no damage. I have a feeling both sides are going to be able to get this theme. So question 9, it might come down to question 9 because I feel like both teams are going to insta-send on 10. So let's see who can pull 9 out.
See if anyone's willing to take the penalties for this.
Oh, Rowan, it's tied up. This is gonna end in a tie. They're both gonna send. I have a feeling it's gonna end in a tie. Let's see if it comes to fruition.
Oh no.
Oh no, they. You know what?
Oh
no, they're not all newscasters. Some of them are just journalists. Some of them are newspaper journalists. Oh, they were trying to be too specific. I specifically, when writing this, made note of that.
It's alright. Who got... Oh, someone got it. Was it Maroon?
Look at the alternates for a Q10. All right, so good game.
Yeah, even with 20 alts, so hard to catch all of them.
All right, that concludes the night.
We made it. Lots
Yep.
of learnings. We'll go back to the drawing board on this, but interesting.
But yeah,
night.
thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.